Hello, everybody. I'm sitting at my computer, opening the student's assessment sheet and recording a short video to the Feedback Poodle in the Moodle. After the student completed the practical exam, I reviewed the assessment sheet and used it to guide a short, personalized feedforward video. Rather than simply give the student a mark or writing, say, good job or need improvement, I used the evidence from the assessment to identify what went well and, most importantly, what the student can do differently in the next practical. The student can then watch the video in the Moodle before coming to the next lab and use those next steps during the practice. Let's begin. Hi, Alex. Thank you for completing your practical assessment. In this short video, I would like to walk you through your hot dish, the chicken with a mushroom sauce assessment, and highlight the area where you did well, along with a few things to focus on for your next practical. The goal, it is not just to look at the mark that you receive. It is to use this assessment to help you decide what to do different next time. Okay, let's start with the assessment criteria. For this practical, I was looking at the taste, doneness, sauce, presentation, temperature, and the timing. When I review your assessment, I don't just want to say that is good or this needs to improve. Instead, let's look at what the result tells us, and more importantly, what your next step should be. So looking at your finished dish, there are several things that stood out really good. Your seasoning was very good, spot on. The mushroom sauce has a nice depth of a flavor, and the color on the chicken shows that you actually developed a really good browning during the cooking. Those are excellent foundation to build on, okay? Now, let's take a look at the assessment into, I'll give you some feed forward. The first area I would like you focus is the doneness. That chicken was just slightly overcooked, which is affecting the tenderness. It tastes a little bit dry. Next time, start checking the internal temperature with your thermometer a little bit earlier, and then remove the chicken from the heat rather than the stovetop or oven when it's appropriate. Okay, maybe a little bit earlier. Remember, the temperature can continue rise at about 5 degrees after you stop cooking. I also would like to work on your sauce consistency. The sauce tastes great, but before plating, maybe focus on the consistency that you want. If the sauce becomes a little bit too thick, don't worry about that. Just add a little bit more warm stock and then adjust it, okay? Lastly, let's take a look at your presentation. All the components there, which is great, but rather than spreading everything evenly across the plate, let's just try to create a little bit more height and structure. Think about how all the placement of each other can make a plate more visually appealing, okay? So for your next goal in the next lab, I would like you to focus on only 3 things, okay? First, check the chicken temperature a little bit earlier. Second, adjust the sauce consistency before plating, okay? And third, improving the height and structure of your presentation. You can find this feedforward video with your assessment recording sheet in Moodle. Overall, you demonstrated very good progress. Good job, Alex. Take those 3 goals into your next practical and see how they change your result. Great work, and keep on practicing. So, to summarize my feedforward strategy, I used the practical exam assessment from the ITA, and then start point for student the next learning opportunity. After student complete the practicum, I review the assessment evidence and then record a show and personalize the video using Feedback Poodll in the Moodle. In this video, I first identify what the student did well. And then, rather than focusing on what went wrong, I give the student 3 certificate and achievable next step. So the purpose is to move the student from the simple receiving the mark to understanding what they can do next to improve their performance. My goal is to make Feedforward practical, suitable, and connecting directly to what happened in the kitchen. You know, in the kitchen, we have this old saying, every dish is an opportunity to make the next one better. Thank you for watching.